Shahila?
Never judge a book by its cover. Keep your head towards the sunshine. The shadow will fall behind. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Warm welcome to Athena Toastmasters International Club. I am Shahila Khan, Sergeant at Arms for this club. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we proceed, there are a couple of things to be reminded. Please turn off your cell phones or set them on silence mode. Please avoid using any taboo subjects such as religion, sex, and politics. Please mute your audio when you are not speaking. To officially open today's meeting, we have our green and dynamic president, chartered member of Athena International Toastmasters Club online since 2021, served as Sergeant at Arms, Secretary, and Treasurer. Online meeting gave her the chance to attend many meetings at other clubs. She joined Toastmaster ED Club in 2022. Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional, said by Roger Crawford. So with a big virtual round of applause, please help me to welcome our club president, Toastmaster Gilda Schla. The virtual screen is yours.
Thank you, our SAA Toastmaster Shahila, for the great introduction and for opening our meeting in such an enthusiastic way. And it's my privilege to declare our meeting number 58 now open. Before I start with anything, I would like to welcome the many guests we have today. And today we do have many guests that are attending for the first time. And I'm going to start with our general evaluator for this meeting, DTM Anita Samatta. DTM Anita, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening, all of you. Yeah, as the president mentioned, this is my first time in this club, and I'm really privileged to be invited here as the general evaluator. I've been in the Toastmasters fraternity for a long time, and I don't want to, the Toastmaster of the day will have to introduce me as the general evaluator. I don't want to take that away from him. So you will hear more about me from the Toastmaster of the day. I'm happy to be here. And with that, back to you, President.
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction and welcome to our club.
Thank you.
We have, again, Toastmaster Roderick Rajas. Toastmaster.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Roderick Paez from IIE SQC Toastmaster Club. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, and nice meeting you, and I hope you enjoy the meeting today. And we have another guest who will be the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Malin Ranasinghe. Toastmaster Malin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, President. Yes, I'm currently the Area 24 PR manager and also working Stafford for Toastmaster Club as Sergeant at Arms, and also I'm educator by profession for more than 10 years. So I'm enthusiastic to actually, it's my first time actually, doing an international, Zoom meeting. I always have experience in my club, within my club, but this is a good opportunity. Thank you for inviting me, Hilda. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have, not the first time, but the third time guest, Toastmaster Jonathan. Welcome to our club, and I hope you'll enjoy Toastmaster Jonathan. And the same goes to Toastmaster Akil. He is a regular guest at our club, and we enjoy having him. And welcome to our meeting today. Let's see. And Beatrice, we have a guest. Beatrice, would you like to introduce yourself? Okay. I think she is not in yet. We have Toastmaster Rasan. Toastmaster Rasan, would you like to say something? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. And thank you for the invitation. I am Toastmaster Resan, and currently I am the IIE SQC Toastmaster Club Secretary. So it's my honor to be here as a guest. And thank you very much again for the invitation.
Thank you. And I would like to welcome our Area A3 Director, Toastmaster Poonam J, for attending our meeting. She is a member of our club, but with her busy schedule and she has so many clubs to attend meeting, it is a pleasure, really pleasure to have you attend this meeting today.
Thank you so much, President, for the warm welcome. And hope Anita ma'am, and we have a very great education module today. So it's a great learning for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. And
thank you, yes, also for coming to Athena.
And now we would like to start with our program or our meeting. But before we start with the program, I do have one correction to the agenda for everybody to notice. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Salma, is not able to attend. So we have instead Toastmaster Mamta delivering a speech, and the agenda is updated by our VP Education, Toastmaster Queen. Thank you. And now we could start with our segment. And let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day, which really, I feel very embarrassed that I don't have your introduction. Let me see if Toastmaster Queen, our VP Education, has your introduction, because we cannot let you come to the stage without an introduction. And I think Toastmaster Queen is getting your introduction to me. Sure. Thank you. Educator by profession. More than 10 years, he identifies himself as a singer by passion, and he aspires to become competent public speaker one day. Currently, he is the Sergeant-at-Arms of Stafford Toastmaster Club Doha and Area 24 PR Manager, which is Public Relation Manager. I would like to welcome to the stage the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Malin Ranasinghe. The stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, President. Thank you, Athenians. Okay, greetings. So my name is Malin Ranasinghe, and I'll be your Toastmaster of the day. So today, the meeting theme is Chartering New Horizons, Leadership in Full Sail. Right. This theme actually emphasizes the idea that the new ExCom is embarking on a journey to explore uncharted territories and navigate the club towards success. It encourages leadership, teamwork, and a sense of adventure as the club begins its new term. So to charter a new horizon, leadership in full sail. So next, let's meet our facilitator team today. The meeting starts with the timer. Everyone, please welcome today's timer, Toastmaster Joseph Salvejo. Toastmaster Joseph Salvejo is a professional electrical engineer in the Philippines and certified chartered an engineer in the ASEAN countries, with more than 15 years in Middle East, North Africa region, and almost 19 years of his expertise. He successfully showed the true leadership as currently the auditor of the Qatar chapter of his professional organization. At present, he is working as E&I QC inspector and IRIS contracting and trading company. The aspiration to improve himself never stop. So as a new Toastmaster, we surely believe that joining us here will benefit him for the betterment. A round of applause for Toastmaster Joseph Salvaggio. Joseph,
Yeah,
you
good
can talk about your
evening.
role.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mali. I am greetings, Mr. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic, speakers, and other speeches. For the table topic, speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. And for the other topic, should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Mr. Madam Toastmaster. Turn to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, Malin.
Okay. Thank you, Joseph. Next, our counter. Everyone, please welcome today's counter, Toastmaster Resan de la Rosa.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mr. Malin, for that kind and generous introduction. So, as an accounter, my duty is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or post pillar by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will listen also for pillar sounds, including a, and I will also note that when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mr. Mari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Resan. Next is our grammarian. Everyone, please welcome today's grammarian, Toastmaster Queen. Toastmaster Queen, she's an extremely shy kid before and now proudly taking leadership roles on Athena International Toastmaster Club and IIEE SQC TMC as Vice President Education on both clubs. Female electrical engineer who joined Toastmasters a year ago, and her life was never been the same. She considered joining this promising platform will embellish the vacant space of her canvas, and she believes that by gaining the confidence to have the voice to speak in front of the audience. It's an art of representing the impression of ourselves. Let's give a big hand to Toastmaster Queen. You can introduce your role, Queen. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malin, for that introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listen carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. And our word of the day is prowess. For today's meeting, prowess, which means it's a noun, which means exceptional valor, bravery, or ability, especially in combat or battle, or it's also exceptional or superior ability, skill, or strength. To use the prowess in sentence, we have my first example, like he's always bragging about his prowess as a public speaker. Second, heroes represent individuals of exceptional prowess and courage. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian support when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Malin.
Okay, thank you, Queen. So, okay, now let's welcome today's our listener, Toastmaster Jonathan Velicaria. Toastmaster Jonathan Our listener today is a senior electrical engineer from Al Kashaf Engineering Consultant in Qatar. He's also a certified professional electrical engineer by ASEAN Chartered Professional Engineer. His hobbies include playing basketball and cooking. He efficiently showed a true leadership of a Toastmaster as he's the immediate vice president of the IIEE SQC Toastmaster Club, and now actively mentoring and guiding the said club. Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Jonathan. Jonathan?
Thank you, Toastmaster of today, Toastmaster Malin. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Being a good listener is an important to being a speaker. As a listener, I will take note all the tidbits informations that to all our speakers, and I will list down all that one, and I will ask questions when called upon by our general evaluator. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Jonathan. Okay. So our next session of this Toastmaster meeting is the education module. So let me introduce our educational module speaker today, Toastmaster Roshan Sukheja. Toastmaster Roshan Sukheja, she's a learning and development professional and has been working for a private airline in Qatar for 23 years. She's presently working as a head of training. She's also globetrotter and a language enthusiast and has traveled to over 100 captivating countries across the globe. Lately, she made it to the DTAC this year as a table topic DTAC finalist for today's presentation titled Create with Canva. Please welcome our education model speaker today, Toastmaster Roshan Sukheja.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Malin, for that humbling introduction. I was trying to be careful when I wrote it. I didn't want it to sound too preposterous that I have a prowess everywhere. I don't. So good evening, everyone. Distinguished Area Director, General Evaluator, DTM Anita, President Gilda, and my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm here to share my little bit of knowledge that I have about Canva. And before I begin, I want to please ask you as the audience today, how many of you have created flyers with Canva before? If you can please raise your hand, it would help me. So I can see that 3 or 4 of you have, which is great. For the others who haven't, don't worry, it's very easy. And I'm going to start with the basics today. I am cautious of time because I have only 20 minutes for this module. So after the end of the session, I'm going to share my details. If you ever want to, have a conversation about in-depth learning of Canva, if I can help, I would be more than happy. I live in Doha, so please feel free to call me. And also, I have some objectives of this module. The first one is that I want to try and create with you a Canva flyer that is kind of brand compliant, because it's not just about using Canva, it's also integrating Toastmasters International compliance within it, because I see so many lovely flyers, but they are not brand compliant. So let's try and do that today. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, just give me a minute. So I wanted to start with a PR toolkit. This has some basic rules about what things can you use as in Canva that would help you. So so this is what Canva looks like. Now there are 2 things to Canva. Either you can get a free account, which is what most people have, Or if you are the VPPR of a club, you could go ahead and get a Canva Pro. A Canva Pro is something that is really useful. It costs about 40 riyals per month or 400 riyals per year if you get it for a year. And it gives you several options of creating a brand kit, which I will show you soon. And it has a lovely thing called Magic Studio, which is newly released. And it's AI that they use to create flyers in a jiffy. So today we're not going to go that advanced, but if you can get a Canva Pro, I would really highly recommend that. So once we are here, I'm just going to show you the PR toolkit now. Okay, there we go. So this is somebody else. Yes. So these are some fonts in Canva that you can use. Actually, the brand compliant font of Toastmasters International is Gotham, but Canva doesn't support Gotham. So the fonts that you can use for headlines and subheadings are Montserrat. And for the body, you can use Source Sans Pro. Now, I will share this file as a PDF in the comments later. So you can have downloaded and you can keep it. If you're the VPPR of a club, this is really perfect because you can just follow the guidelines that are mentioned in this. If you can't find the file later, you lose it. If you just Google Toastmasters International Brand Compliance, you will get a file. A link will take you directly to Toastmasters International. You can download it as well. So these are some primary colors that you can use. Basically, Toastmasters says that you can only use 3 primary colors. It's either true maroon, loyal blue, or cool gray. Of course, white is always acceptable. And then the happy yellow is an accent color if you want to highlight anything in your flyer. Black is also an accent color, but not really preferred. You can also use gradients. So you can have a background which has gradients. So you could have a loyal blue with a blissful blue, or a deep maroon or a rich maroon together, or a cool gray and a fair gray. But these are the only ones that are actually allowed. So these are what it looks like once it's made. Moving on, there are some transparencies. So if you want to add transparencies, I will show you how in a minute. You can only use 70% opacity. That's the only one that's allowed. You can't make it 50%. You can't make it more than that or less than that. It has to be 70%. So 30% transparency, 70% opacity. Then these are some logos of Toastmasters International. Again, they are all available on the website and you can use several logos, but you have to be careful about the placement of the logos because the logos must always be placed on a background that's clear, where it's clearly visible. And there should be spacing, place to breathe around the logo or all around it. You could also use logos which have only word marks and not the circle, the globe. Or you could use a combination of both. There are specific logos for pathways. So these are some logos for pathways. So if anybody's completing a pathway, instead of using a normal logo for Toastmasters, you could go ahead and use the pathways logo instead. For Gavel clubs, we also have logos. So these are logos for Gavel clubs, which could be used. And if someone has completed a pathway in a particular pathway, you could use a pathway badge on the flyer. So if, like, for example, I'm now in my motivational strategies pathway, I just completed level 4. So in the flyer that we released for my pathway completion, we use this badge that is on motivational strategies. So these are the different levels for pathways. These are badges for that as well. And these are the social media icons. Now we have icons for an icon pack for Toastmasters. So let's say you need an icon for giving someone a star or say a contest or showing that you made progress. So all these icons are available on the Toastmasters International website and you could use any of them. They are all brand compliant. Okay. And what is not allowed? So what's not allowed is to use any kind of curved lines or brush strokes or irregular shape patterns or any illustrations. Clip art is definitely not allowed. So I would like to ask you a question. So let me go back to my screen. My Zoom screen, where are you? Okay. So if someone could unmute themselves and please tell me, is it if I'm having a meeting about the world's most delicious food or cuisine or culture, would it be okay to use a picture of a pizza?
I would say yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gilda, but actually the answer is no. So it's a clear guideline given in Toastmasters International Brand Manual that no pictures of any food or people or anything that's not related to Toastmasters should be avoided. So you could use many clubs fall into the trap of trying to really highlight the theme of the meeting. Whereas Toastmasters International says that the highlight should be on the members and on communication and leadership. So that's what we need to focus on. So I'm going to show you a particular flyer that is. So if I can show you this one, can you see this one? So this was a flyer that I created at the very beginning of my career. Sorry, pause here. So it has a picture of a pizza, and that was our theme, the world's greatest pizza. But this flyer is not compliant. So now going back to how to create flyers. If you are on, once you sign into Canva, can you see this create a design? Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, so once you create a design, you need to understand what is the design for. Are you going to make a flyer that's going to be posted on any social media handle? Like, for example, for my club, we always post it on Instagram. And you should avoid making an Instagram story because that lasts for only 24 hours. So I would say try to make an Instagram post. So in Canva, there's already preset sizes for flyers. So once you say create a design, this pop-up opens up and you could just go on to Instagram post and click on that. Once you click on it, a box opens up, which is blank. Now you could either use a design that already exists or you could just start from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use a design that already exists in in Canva. So can you see this tab on the left says design? Now I could try to look for several designs. So my objective is flyer for a meeting. So I'm going to look for a flyer for a meeting. It gives me several options. And then I would, let's say, try to go with this one. Do you think this is brand compliant?
No.
No, because obviously the colors are not matching. Plus it has different things that we don't need. So it's very easy to make it brand compliant. Now, because I have Canva Pro, I have already got a brand compliant toolkit. So I just click on Toastmasters and this now makes it brand compliant. At least the colors I'm talking about. If I don't like it, I could always shuffle, make it something else. It will give me different options. Now let's say I really like this one, but actually the background is yellow. However, the accent color should be yellow. So really this is also not brand compliant. So let me make it blue. Yeah, how about this one? Now, if I want to change this color to yellow or let's say white, I would then go to this color box on top and I have a toolkit for Toastmasters. You see this? And I could just change the color to maroon or to my accent color, which is yellow, or to gray, whatever I choose. So I'm going to choose, let's say, maroon, and this changes. You could also change the text. So you just type whatever you want. So let's say that we want Athena, Toastmasters Club. So as you can see, everything is adjustable. If I want to make the font bigger, you can see it just works like a Word document. You can just make it bigger. But can you see that, is this font compliant? It says open source. Is this the font that we want? For headings, we said the only one that's allowed is Montserrat. So that's the one that you need to change it to. For the body, it's Source Sans Pro. For the titles or the headings, it's always going to be Montserrat. Now let me show you if you want to insert an image. So I just go to delete and this deletes the image. Now there's still a little frame. I don't like this circular frame. I want to use another frame. So in this case, I'm going to go to elements. Can you see this elements on the left? You go there and then you can just look or search for frames. And it will give you all shapes of frames. And you can select whatever shape you want. So I want, let's say, this one. So I would then take this here, make it a bit smaller. And then I want to add my photo in there. So I need to go to uploads. And then I have my library from my phone. I can just upload whatever picture I want there. So I'm going to put, let's say, Pooja's picture. She's our president in my club. So she's going to be our Toastmaster of the day. And I would just change that to her name, Pooja Saran. And she would be my TMOD. Okay. And you could change the color again to whatever color you want of the background, of the text, whatever you like. So now I'm going to also try to show you how to select photos which are in Canva library. You have a variety of photos. So let's say I don't like this background photo. Again, I delete that. I go to photos here on the left and you get photos, a whole library of photos. So what am I looking for? Maybe something to do with public speaking. So then it gives me all the photos for public speaking. I quite like this one. So I use this one and lo and behold, there you have it. And this is how you would create your flyer. So are there any questions? Anyone? Cannot hear anyone, so I can move on. May I ask the timer, how much time do we have left, please?
Timer. Maybe the timer is not.
It's 15:22.
Oh.
Okay, thank you so much. So I still have 5 more minutes. So I'm going to show you also how to add audio to your file. So now if you can see here at the bottom where my cursor is on the left-hand side of the screen, there's an audio button. If you click on audio, you can look or search for any songs that you want that are in the library. For example, I want some fun-loving songs. So I would just say fun, and then all the songs that are kind of with an upbeat music will pop up. And then it will show you. So let me just play it for you. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you put a song. If I don't like the song, I just click on the blue or the purple bar at the bottom and I click delete, and that deletes the song. You could also add several slides. So let's say I want to make a few flyers or a video, then I would just continue in the same way and I would add another page to it or another page to it. Or if there's one useful thing. If I wanted to just duplicate this page, I could also do that just by going to this bar. And if you see on top, it says there's a duplicate page. If I duplicate it, then the same page duplicates and I could make changes in that. So that is possible as well. So now I want to show you a few flyers, and I want you to tell me whether they are brand compliant or not, or what can we do to make them brand compliant. Let me find them. First, let's look at this one. I've altered it a bit. So can you tell me if this is brand compliant, or what can be done to make it better?
It's not 100% because of the gold color.
Correct.
No, it's
so
not.
gold
It's
is
not brand compliant. No.
It's not brand compliant. Perfectly. Why, may I ask?
It's not within the palette of the allowed colors for the
Yes.
Toastmasters.
Absolutely. That number 50 is not allowed because it's a gold image and it has nothing to do with Toastmasters. Again, we got carried away with the theme and we made it we used that image, but really that's not allowed. Moving on to the next one. We have Gilda, who was a speaker here. So is this brand compliant?
Yes.
Very good. It is. However, there's one thing that can be done better here. If you can see that the club name, Club Toasted, is slightly bigger or about the same size as the Toastmasters logo, it should be actually the other way around. It should be slightly smaller than the Toastmasters logo. Although the logo has enough breathing space, we could reduce the font size of this Club Toasted logo. Moving on, this one.
Yes.
Very good. This is absolutely brand compliant. We have used all the fonts are correct. The logo sizes are correct. Everything, the logo has breathing space, so everything is fine. This one as well. How about this one? The
You
theme
have
is
those
Design Your
icons,
Life.
maybe?
Sorry, again?
The icons that you've used. to design-
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you very much. That image on the right-hand side is the only thing that is not brand compliant because it has nothing to do with Toastmasters. I'm talking about how you design your life. So this is not a Toastmaster. We are not going to describe the theme in the flyer. We have to talk something about leadership and communication and focus on that. So this one is brand compliant because it shows strong leadership, very empowered individuals. So this is okay. Although it talks about image and influence, the image used is okay. And the last one. How about this one?
Sorry, Roshan, the previous one, how about the
Yes,
colors that you've used for the globe? Are they?
The color is okay, ma'am. It's an image from Toastmasters itself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's brand compliant. But if it was inserted from the internet, I think it would not be.
Okay.
How about this one?
Well, we're not sure about the photo.
It's not brand compliant.
No, so it's not. Obviously, again, here we've been carried away by Disneyland. So we do believe in magic, but this is too much magic. So that's about it from my end. So if you have, I'm sorry, but if there are time constraints, I can show you a lot more. So if you really have any questions or if I can help in any way, please do get in touch with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a question now, if we
Yes.
can allow.
Of course, yes. Yes.
Uploading pictures, you uploaded pictures from the computer, whatever. It's
Yes.
from Canva itself. But how about if we want to upload our own images?
Yes, so the same way. So if I'm going to, let's say, back to my, okay, let's start with this one. So let's say this was Pooja. I delete that, delete the image. I have the frame already. I want to upload a picture from my phone. It's on my phone at the moment. So I go to uploads. It says upload files. I click on upload files and let's say, not this one. Okay, I want to upload this picture. So I say open, this is on my phone. And then I would upload it. The file uploads on Canva and it's saved in Canva now. So now from Canva, I can use this and put it in there. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And same with videos as well, right?
Exactly, exactly. But the videos will not fit into, yeah, it fits into the frame. Yes, you can do that with the videos as well. Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you have Canva Pro, I want to show you one last thing. If you have Canva Pro, you have a very big advantage. Now you see this image, I'm going to keep here. I'm going to just use. Okay. Now, if you see, this is my friend Sunny, and I can see his wardrobe at the back. However, if I have Canva Pro, I can edit the photo and I can remove the background. So then it becomes just his image and it looks very professional, but okay, not in that, but delete image, delete frame, okay, add again, edit photo, remove background, and I pop it in there. And that now has no background. So you could do that with, and I get a lot of pictures from my members. I ask them for different pictures. They send me a variety of backgrounds, and to make it look, you know, kind of the same, I always remove the background and make it a plain background. So this works only with Canva Pro. In the normal Canva, you cannot remove backgrounds. Any further questions?
How about for greeting cards, like outside Toastmasters? We could do as well.
Absolutely, yes. So if
Right.
you go again, you see on the front, Gilda, on this particular section where my thing is, it says doc, whiteboard, Facebook post. You can just write what you want to do. So I want to do a greeting card, a birthday card, maybe, let's say. Birthday card. And it will give you all templates for birthday cards. So you could just select whatever template you want. The image, I can change, remove the balloons, I can add the balloons, I could do whatever I wanted. Delete image, I could add any image I want, any message I want. And you could add whatever you like. You can adjust, you can change the colors, you can change, you see the color palette here? I could make it a Toastmaster brand color or any other color that I wanted.
Thank you.
No problem. It's my pleasure. Anything else? So you could make videos in the same way. So you go to video here or you go to an Instagram reel. There are design templates for everything. So it's really easy. You just have to insert things. And my kids love to play with it. They really love Canva because you can do, there are endless possibilities. You can really work on it. And, you know, with time, you learn the tricks of the trade. So you get better. So I urge you to try and I've spent many hours on Canva. I shouldn't have, there's too many, but I urge you to please go ahead and give it a try. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So should we give it back to the Toastmaster of the day?
Yes, please. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan, for that wonderful education model created in Canva. So our second phase of our Toastmaster session today is a prepared speech session. This prepared speech round today we have two speeches from Toastmaster Gilda and from Toastmaster Mamata Gopinath. To introduce, the evaluator 1 will be presenting Toastmaster 1. The evaluator 1 will be presenting speaker 1. Everyone, please welcome our first evaluator, Toastmaster Adeline Rajan. Toastmaster Adeline Rajan, you can introduce the project objective of the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So, Toastmaster Gilda, your project objective is for the member to learn different types of negotiation and the strategies that can be used when negotiating. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a past or future negotiation in his or her life. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck.
Okay, our first speaker today, Toastmaster Gilda Shah. She joined Toastmasters Club in 2003 and 2007, a chartered member of the Athena International Club, online since 2021. Served as a Sergeant at Arms, Secretary and Treasurer, currently serving as a President. Online meetings gave her a chance to attend many meetings at other clubs. She joined Toast the club in 2022. She lived in 7 countries and learned a great deal about the culture and the people of each. Joining Toastmasters family was an eye-opener and enabled her to discover many positive characteristics in herself and in others. The motto today is laugh and the world will laugh with you. And today she's going to present the topic Level 3, Project 1, Dynamic Leadership, Negotiate the Best Outcome. My Way or No Way. Toastmaster Gilda Shah, My Way or No Way. Let's give her a round of applause, everyone. Over to you.
1 + 1 = 2. That's the easiest and the first mathematical equation we learned, and it's not negotiable. At some point in time, though, my husband told me 1 + 1 = 1. And he did not want to negotiate that as well. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guest. My husband and I lived most of our life in Canada, the country Canada. The country Canada is bilingual. Bilingual, I mean, half of the people spoke English or still speak English, and the other half speak French. We lived in the western side of the country where everybody spoke English. When I was pregnant, 5 months with our first child, we decided to take a trip to the province of Quebec where everybody spoke French. We had a lovely 2 weeks. We toured the beautiful cities in that province. We learned the new stuff. We looked at all the cultural buildings and the architect that was totally different than ours in the West. But the one thing we did not enjoy is not able to communicate to the people. They spoke French, we spoke English. And that was hard for us to grasp. We live in this country. We all live in this one country. Yet we cannot understand each other language. On our way back, sitting on our seat in the plane, I held my husband's hand, put it on top of mine, and put it right on my stomach so it could touch our baby. And I said to my husband, would you promise our child to come that he will be bilingual? He said, yes, I do. Sure enough, when my son George was 4 years old and it was time to think of his schooling, I knew what I'm going to do. I was going to put him in a French immersion school so he could be bilingual and not like his mom and dad who only spoke one language. I picked the school that is a bit far because in that side of the country, from having 10 schools that speak English, you could only find one school that provide learning in French. So I picked a school that is few miles or kilometers away from the house, which takes a bus for my son to take back and forth. I went to the school. I looked at the library. I looked at the field. I took time off from my work one day. I followed the bus from our house, our area, to the school. And then from the school back to our house. And I knew how long it's going to take. I even took a French class for the first 3 months so I could learn a beginner French, so I could help my son when he goes to school. I needed to sit with him and read with him and understand what he's doing. 3 months before school starts, we were sitting, my husband and I, and he asked me, he said, Gilda, we never talked about our son's schooling. What do you think we should do? I said, I registered him. I registered him in the French school. Remember, we decided we're going to put him in a French school? He said, yeah, that was a long time ago. But don't you think we should re-study the situation, re-evaluate what we have? I said, but I did it. I did my homework. As a matter of fact, I compromised because of the school bus doesn't come before I need to go to work. I talked to my supervisor and he is going to give me an hour off every day. Of course, I will not be considered as a full-time worker. I will consider as a part-time worker. And that's a big compromise just to allow our son be enrolled in a bilingual school. He said, Gilda, you are an individual and I am an individual. Together, we become one. And that one is in our son. Our son is not yours and he is not mine. He is ours. And he will be the one that we have to work on the best outcome for him. Any decision you make, any decision I make, it's going to impact him directly. So we need to agree on what we're going to do for his future. Anyway, I need him to go to an English school. I did not answer him, but I tell you what I said to myself. No way he is going to go to an English school. It's going to be my way or no way. We went that night, not talking to each other until we met the next day after work. We sat and we said, let's talk about it. Let's come up with the best solution for this. You need him to go to a French school. I need him to go to an English school. So one of us gonna be winning, the other one gonna be losing. That's what I said. In return, he said, my husband, he said, nobody has to win, nobody has to lose. We could both win for the common good of our son. The outcome is going to be good. That's when we both get it. We decided after collaboration, after so many arguments and more communication, to register our son in an English school as he is registered in a French school. And then we assess the situation. We decided also that he will have the right to go and visit the French school. Sorry. And both will go and visit the English school and see which one will be better. We did that. And we both agreed that he will go to the French school, but not after doing a deep research on why. We spoke to the principal of the French school and we told her that we both do not speak the language. How are we going to be able to help our child? She said the best thing parents can do is not to read or help their children. All you can do is sit beside your child and make him do the homework. That's the best outcome. Because when parents end up reading, doing the work for their child, you're not gonna have the best outcome. And the other thing, we decided that we're gonna take him to the French school because with the French school, we have a bus that will take him back and forth. And instead, if we take him to the English school, that he has to come home during lunch hour, and that's gonna make me not only take a part-time job, but will make me have to quit my job and to attend to my school. So in return, we both collaborated. We both communicated to eliminate the conflict we had about the schooling of our children. To win-win situation, we need to, and before we collaborate, compromise, communicate, we need to have a common goal. And if that common goal it's for the best, it's the best for the common team, this is the decision we have to make. So 1 + 1, in my husband's opinion, it's equal 1. What he meant is the outcome is 1, and it has to be the best outcome for everybody. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gilda, for that wonderful speech. Now to present our second speaker, everyone please welcome our second evaluator, Toastmaster Roderick Pages. Toastmaster Roderick, you can introduce the project objective of the second speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malin. Good evening, everyone, especially to my star speaker, Toastmaster Mamata. This is a second speech about evaluation and feedback. The purpose of the speech project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. Second, the purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful evaluation speech. I was not here during the first speech, so I would like to highlight to the speaker that to help the evaluator meet your goals, you must identify at least one change that you have made to your speech or delivery based on the first evaluation and feedback project speech evaluation. So about this speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic and incorporate feedback from their previous speech evaluation. The member may choose to present the same speech, a revision of their first evaluation and feedback speech, or a new speech. Back to you, Toastmaster Malin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roderick. Our second and final speaker today, Toastmaster Mamata Gopinath. Mamata Gopinath is a mother of 2 boys from Bangalore who has a passion for nature, and she enjoys trekking in the Himalayas. She holds a master's degree in commerce, and she's an alumnus of IIM Bangalore. She has been working for Tally Solutions for 23 years and is currently leading the global customer service function. Mamata is dedicated to creating innovative and world-class customer experience for Tally's 2.3 million customer base. Today, she's going to present Level 1, Project 2, presentation mastery, evaluation, and feedback. Thriving together, cultivating a healthy habits for all, by Toastmaster Mamata Gopinath. Toastmaster Mamata Gopinath, thriving together, cultivating a healthy habit for all. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Thriving together, cultivating a healthy habitat for all. I believe in us. How do we nurture a healthy environment to live in? Not all of us are born with a silver spoon in our mouths. We all have our own struggles and challenges. While some people have transformed over the period and some are having tough stories, hardships, and we could see it around us. I would like to tell you a story. A corn farmer was winning the award for the best crop of the year every year. People asked him, "What do you do that you are winning the crop of the year every year? How do you manage?" So the farmer replied, "I give the best seeds to my neighboring farms." Everyone was surprised. He explains, "My crop can be good only if the cross-pollination happens from healthy plants. So I ensure that my surroundings have healthy crop." Same applies to our lives. If our surroundings are healthy and happy, so are families. Our children will have good lives, good atmosphere to live in, and we can envision the happy families and generations that can be seeded. Even in our workplaces, we must have healthy, committed, and knowledgeable people around us to make us powerless, best at our workplaces. We need to have healthy coordination for the organizations to grow and be successful. So I thought, how can I be like this farmer? One of my team members asked me, "We are budgeting so much for our people for learning and development. After the training is done, they just leave us and go. Does this necessary? Does this spend necessary? Can't we not save it up?" I replied, "We make investments in our people, and if we neglect to do so, we will end up with a workforce of mediocrity. Even if an individual chooses to move out, so let it be. And we have contributed and we are committed that our people who are moving out are better individuals to the society. The greatest gift we can bestow upon our team is the gift of knowledge. It grants them independence and empowers them to confront the multitude of challenges the world they have to face in. My contribution, therefore, to the society is empowered individuals. I create a happy and safe place for my children to play along with the less privileged children in my neighborhood. My dear fellow Toastmasters, I know each of us are facing challenges in creating nurturing environments in our homes and in our workplaces. How can we overcome these obstacles together? Let's start by being friendly to each other. It may seem like a small thing, but it can make a big difference. A friendly smile, a warm greeting and a genuine compliment can make someone feel special. So let's commit to being friendly to each other. Let's start by making eye contact, smiling, and saying hello. Let's be interested in each other's lives and create a community where everyone feels happy, welcome, and appreciated. Together, we can make a nurturing environment like this corn farmer that is known for his warmth and compassion. I believe in us. Thank you. Over to the Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamata, for that insightful speech. Now, I'd like to call the timers report for the two speakers. So we had two speakers today, the speaker Toastmaster Gilda and Toastmaster Mamata. I would like to call the timers report. Are they both qualified or not?
Yeah, good evening again. Toastmaster of the day, Malin. The only qualified for tonight for a prepared speech is only Toastmaster Mamata for 5 minutes, 20.69 seconds. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you. According to our agenda, we have a 5-minute break. President, are we taking the break or are we continuing?
We should maybe.
Yes.
Let's continue, please.
Okay. Right. So session 3, you can start. Okay, table topic session. Now we'll move on to our third session on the meeting, which is table topic session. Please welcome our table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Trixie Lee. Toastmaster Trixie Lee, sorry.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Let me just turn my camera on. There you are. I am Toastmaster Trixie Lee Santos, and I'll be your table topic master. And this is considered the most exciting part of every meeting where everyone will be speaking on their feet. To give a brief background, we will be giving each speaker with 1 minute maximum and 2 minutes maximum to speak. And I would like to encourage everyone to use the word of the day when delivering their answer. Let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
All right, so I have here several pictures, and behind each pictures are topics or questions that that the contestants will be answering. So I would like to call on the first contestant for the table topic. Akil, would you like to start?
Sure.
All right, so which picture would you like to choose?
A plane. The plane.
Sorry?
The plane.
The plane, okay. Right, let's see the question behind the plane. The question is, when you think of home, what specifically do you think of? When you think of home, what specifically do you think of?
Greetings to all the Toastmasters present. The first thing of home for me is comfort. And the meaning of comfort for me is I know what I'm going to expect, and I can be who I truly want to be. There are no expectations There are no boundaries, and it's just me being what I want to be. So for me, home is actually a safe place. And I'm sure for all of us, that is the case. So like as a hostel student, like who is whenever I go back home, it is a sigh of relief for me that now it is my own time and I don't need to do things in a particular manner. And then my parents are there to help me out. People are there who I know. It's all much of familiar and it's more of a welcoming feeling than when we go outside. Because when we go out, it's more of exploring. When we come back home, it's more about being who we really want to be and introspecting on those lines. So in my opinion, home is comfort and comfort is a sense of being who you want to be. Over to the tabletop master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akil. You never fail to give us a beautiful answer whenever called for table topic. All right, so we will be moving on to our next contestant. And may I call on our Sergeant at Arms, Shahila? Toastmaster Shahila, would you like to choose one picture from
Yes.
except for
Can I go except for the can I go for the board, the white blackboard?
Blackboard. Okay.
Yeah.
You are indeed a teacher. You love the blackboard. Here's your topic. What has life taught you recently? What has life taught you recently? Toastmaster Shahila.
As I said from the starting of the meeting, never judge a book by its cover. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Recently, what I have learned in my life is no matter what hardships comes in life, never give up. It will try to break you down in every way because you cannot stay without a challenge in a day. Challenges keep on coming 24/7 in life, but the best thing to do is not to give up. Keep moving forward and take that fearless courage. Few years back, I was very skinny. People would say that they can break me to two pieces. But thanks to the corona and the pandemic and quarantine and everything, now I have become a baby elephant, unfortunately. Now, what people are surprised of, how did she become so fat? So if I had given my life up at that time, being bullied, you are fat, you are thin, you cannot do anything, you know, life would have ended from there. But I didn't give up. Somehow I had fearless support with me, and I took the courage. No matter what happens in life, I'm going to face it with that fearless courage. And that's what taught me in life, that not to give up, no matter what happens in life. You might get trashed down to the next level, I can say. You will get trashed down to the next level, but never think that that's going to be the end. As our elders say, when one door closes, there will be another door opening with hope. So hope you found the answer and never give up in life. Over to you, table topic master.
That was an amazing answer, Toastmaster Shahila. And I am one of the witnesses on how you have proven other people not to give up. You know, if you have seen Shahila way back, she looks very tired and sad. But now, my God, Shahila, you are so blooming. Probably because of the upcoming wedding, you are so happy, and we wish you all the best. Thank you. Let's have another one. Okay, our educational module, Russian, would you like to try?
Sure, I'll take the clock, please.
Okay, so let's see the question behind the clock. Toastmaster Russian, if you could live one day of your life over again, what would you choose? Live one day of your life over again, what day would you choose? Over to you.
As much as I regret the decision, I would choose the day I got married. Because I was the happiest that day And I have never been happy after that. So I would go back to the day that I got married. So Table Topics Master, my fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, if I could live that day again, I cannot tell you what beautiful memories I have made. So I got married in a very small church in India, in the city of Mangalore. And it was an evening ceremony. Halfway through the ceremony, the lights in the church went off. And it was all dark, but there were candles everywhere. So I found it very romantic. And that night, I told my husband that, you know, I could not have asked for a better wedding because it was so romantic. The lights also went off. And he looked at me and he said that you were wearing white. The church was dark. The dogs were howling in the distance. It was like a scene from a horror movie. What romance can you find in this? And that day I should have understood that I had not married the right man. However, it's been almost 20 years. I'm still married to him. So I really want to rewind the time, go back to that day so I can run away from that church that day. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roshan. You look really young. I could not imagine that you're married for 20 years now. Thank you so much. Well, we all have our spotlights, and on that evening, you were the spotlight on the church, in the church rather. Thank you so much. So let's have the last one. Do we have anyone else that I haven't called? Toastmaster Noel Gabane, are you around? Toastmaster Noel? No? Let's have another one. Our grammarian queen, would you like to answer? You know.
We have guest.
Sige na. Okay, cool.
Oh, there's.
I would like to choose the boat, the cruise ship.
Okay. Yeah. Toastmaster Queen, here's your question. Do you see to believe or believe to see? Once again, do you see to believe or believe to see? Toastmaster Queen.
In this wide vast life of ocean we have in our lives, to see, to believe, or believe to see is a really complex question, especially if you are more on visuals. Do you believe on anything that you see, or more on hope or faith or belief that you believe on anything that you see? And our eyes as well. In our eyes, you may not know which is true, you may not know which is false. You may not, your eyes might, fool you. So you may not say that you will only believe on what you're seeing, but on what we believe, it started with us. When you believe on something, you started to strive to make it there, that you will see on your own side. So for me, if it's a physical thing, I would say that we may not be, it will not be possible to just believe on what we're seeing, but believing on what we're going to see is the most important thing. Over to you, the table topic master.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Queen. Let me just pin all my contestants earlier. Just give me 1 second so that I can take a photo of every one of us. Let me just Toastmaster Akil, Toastmaster Queen. Where is Toastmaster Shahila?
You know, I am here, except my video is not working anymore.
Yes.
Oh my.
All right. So let me just take a quick snap.
Wow.
Smile. Look at the camera, ladies and gents. One more. Okay. So that's all for me. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so